Hello everyone, welcome to week 10 of my 12 weeks of Christmas. We're gonna wrap this up in just a couple weeks. I only have 2 more weeks after this week. The projects that I have for the next couple weeks are pretty amazing too, so you don't want to miss out. Today though, we are making this adorable little slider box. Excuse me. So it has a little Debbie cake in there, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But it's kind of like a matchbox slider. It's just, you know, I've made this type of box for years and years. It's an easy go-to box, and it's great for stocking stuffers and gifts like that. I'm just trying to get myself pulled up on my computer, so it's a little distracted, but it's a quick one to do, and it's just so cute. You guys see our little decoration on the front. It is so adorable. I'm going to tell you all about that in just a second. There I am. Oh, let me make sure my volume's off. Okay, we're good to go. All right, so welcome guys, welcome to week 10. So we're going to make this in just a second, but before we jump into our project, I do want to share with you just a few things that are going on this month. December is a busy month, you guys. I don't know about for you. I mean, I think it's busy for everybody. December is just a really busy month. So I have a fun December sale promotion that I am doing just for orders in my online store. So all the details of this are going to be on my blog on December 3rd. We have some fun sales launching and some new kits launching on December 3rd. So I'm going to do a whole updated blog post on December 3rd. But orders over $50 are going to receive a PDF tutorial. You're just going to receive the PDF tutorial. It's going to be emailed to you like either the same day or the day after your order, using the Perfect Pairs stamp set. This stamp set is so adorable. It was released in our last online exclusives, and I have made some incredible cards and one little cute little box that's going to be included. So you're going to get 3 cards in one box in that PDF, and you'll be emailed this almost immediately after your order. Now, if your order is over $75, you're going to receive the PDF. And you're going to receive, I'm going to mail you a free embellishment. Now that's going to vary. I have a whole stack of embellishments that I've just been collecting and saving. So it could be anything. So it's just I'm going to reach into my box and grab something. So you're going to get that free embellishment. Now, if your order is over $125, you're going to receive the PDF, you're going to receive the free embellishment, and then you're also going to receive a package of the peppermint dots. Now, these have kind of been like a unicorn in the online store. They kind of sell out as soon as they come in. So I have collected a few of these, well, quite a few. And so while supplies last, if your order is over $125, I'm going to mail you one of these, as well as the PDF and the other embellishments. So just as a little thank you for shopping with me in December. So that is good, December 1st today through the 31st. You do have to use the host code to qualify for the free gifts and the PDF. So and I will have more about this on my blog on Wednesday, like I said, where we have Stampin Up is releasing some brand new DSPs that look amazing. And we'll have a couple new kits that launch on December 3rd too. So watch everything on my blog this week. Now, you guys, we are getting ridiculously close to celebration at our new mini catalog. Now, I can't show you inside these catalogs, but they're pretty amazing. I actually have some products that I've been playing with. I've been planning some classes. I've been doing some fun stuff with them. But if you do not currently have a demonstrator, or if I am your demonstrator, please let me know if you want a catalog. I do not mail catalogs automatically. If you've placed orders with me, I do appreciate it, but you do not automatically get a catalog with me. I'm happy to mail you catalogs if you request them, but catalogs are really expensive to mail. And sometimes people will shop with multiple demonstrators, which is fine, but then those demonstrators also send them catalogs. So if you know you're getting a catalog from somebody else, or you don't need a catalog, maybe you're a demonstrator yourself, you've got a catalog, or you have a friend that's going to give you a catalog, I don't want to give you multiple catalogs. And then the other thing too is that if I just mail off of the list of people who have ordered, sometimes those addresses are different, and the catalogs get returned to me, and then that's wasted postage. So if you want a catalog, I'm more than happy to get you one. Please just let me know, and I will be happy to get you some of those brand new catalogs. Okay, this is what we're making today. My light seems a little bit weird. I'm going to just turn it up just a little bit. This is what we're making today. We're making this adorable little slider box. The little Christmas tree slides out. I'm going to show you how to make this box super heavy duty. We're going to reinforce the sides so that it can handle all the wear and tear of pushing and pulling. And then we're going to decorate this adorable top of our box with that little vintage TV. So the products I'm using today, I'm using the Reindeer Fun Bundle. Of course, I have used this bundle a ton a ton this year. This has been my absolute favorite bundle. The dies are pretty standalone dies. They are fantastic by themselves. But when you pair it with the stamp set, it's pretty magical. Everything is just great. I'm also using the coordinating Reindeer Days DSP that goes along with this. I don't have a lot of that DSP left. I've used a ton of this. But there are some amazing patterns in this DSP. Not all the patterns have reindeers. You can see there's like trees and holly leaves. There's a plaid pattern, which we're going to use. But you can see this amazing, amazing the DSP that's in here. You stock up on this if you want to use it for this year, or even if you want to save it for next year. Our retiring list for the holiday catalog will be out this week too. So you'll want to make sure that you are looking at that in case there's something on your list that you haven't got. The other product that we're using is the Tune-In dies. We're going to use this little TV, the little, you know, accent pieces on the TV, and that little vintage star. So the Tune-In dies are in our annual catalog, but they have been one of my most used dies. That bundle is so incredible. I just love it. Okay, that's what we're making. Let's do some scoring. So I'm going to pull out my Simply Scored. We're going to start with our box. I'm using Real Red for the box base. And my piece of Real Red is 9.5 by 7 1/4. And all of the measurements are in the video description, so please don't worry about writing anything down. And they will be on my blog in a little bit after the video. Okay, let's start. Oh, you know what? It doesn't matter what side we start on. 9.5 and 7 1/4. We are going to score on all 4 sides at 1 inch. And at 2 1/4. Now you could use a smaller piece of paper to make your box. When I am making a slider box, I like to reinforce the sides, and again we'll talk about that in just a minute. But because these slider boxes get a ton of pulling and pushing, you just want to make sure that it's going to withstand all of that and without falling apart. Okay, so 1 inch and 2 1/4 on all 4 sides. I just kept rotating my paper until I did all 4 sides. Now we're going to do a little bit more scoring, but I'm going to bring out my paper trimmer for the rest of the scoring because, and I know you guys, I'm going to hear all the groans, and but we're going to have to score down to the 16th inch, okay? I do apologize for that, but we have to. Now if you're using a different, well, let me explain. If you're using a different belly band, you don't necessarily have to score this. I'm using Garden Green cardstock just because it's a little sturdier. If you want to wrap this thing just in DSP, you certainly do not have to do any scoring. Your measurements are going to be the same size. You'll just kind of fold it around and just pinch the sides as you fold. I wanted a sturdier outside, so we're going to score it. We're going to score our cardstock, and so we're going to do down to the 16th inch. Now, I'm going to try to hold my paper cutter up just so we can do a little math lesson real quick. Let me fold this back. So let me see if my camera's going to focus. So I'm just we'll just work on between the 3 and the 4 inch. So every little teeny tiny little line is a 1/16 of an inch. The longest lines are going to be your 1/4 inches. So this is 3 1/4, 3 1/2, 3 3/4. The next longest lines are the 1/8 lines. So 1 1/8, 1 3/8, etc. So the shortest lines here are going to be your 16th. So 1 1/16, 1 3/16, etc. Okay, so when you're counting 16ths, you're just going to count those every single line. Okay, so it's not hard. It's a little bit tedious, but I promise you can do it. Okay, so our belly band is 8.5 by 5. We are only scoring on the 8.5 inch side. So we're going to score it at 1.5. Okay, make sure when you're scoring, you're using your lighter score blade. 1.5, we're going to go to 2 13/16. Now, if you want to count backwards, that's easier. So 16th this would be 15/16, 14, 13, 2 13/16. Okay, and 5 5/8. So that is right past 1/2 inch. And then 6 15/16. So that's going to be the notch, the line right before the 7. Okay, so it's not horrible. You only have to do 2 score lines of 1/16 of an inch, so it's not horrible. All right. It's going to make a difference in our box too. But again, if you want to skip the scoring of the 1/16 of an inch, then you can just wrap it with DSP and not worry about it. So this is going to be our belly band. It's going to go together just like that. Okay, we're going to come back to this in just a minute. All right, let's fold and burnish on all of our score lines on our box. And we will get this thing assembled. Now I'm using those Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes. I didn't show you guys the box. That's what the box looks like. You can get these in your grocery stores. They're pretty much everywhere this time of year. I'm not sure if other Little Debbie cakes will fit in here. I think the Christmas trees are a little bit shorter than some of their other cakes, so this box might not fit other ones, but you can test them out. You can try it. Okay, grab your scissors. We have all of our score lines folded and burnished. Now on the short side, we are going to cut up all the score lines all the way to that second score line. Okay, so we're going to do one. We're going to do, whoops, I went crooked there. That won't matter. We're going to cut that part off anyway. 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to cut this up. Okay. Now we are going to take off this entire piece, and I'm actually going to cut this at an angle, this piece right here. So I'm going to cut that long piece at an angle. We'll do the same on this side too. We'll cut this piece at an angle. We'll just take out those whole corners. So there's where we are at so far. I'm going to fold this middle piece out of the way, and we're going to cut off these squares on the ends, and then I'm going to notch in on these squares. Okay. So cut that square off and then notch in. Okay. Move that out of the way. That's where you are so far, and then we're just going to notch in on this one. Just like that. Okay, so that is one side, just like that. Now we're going to flip it over. We're going to do the exact same thing to the other side. Okay, so flip it over to this side, and we're going to just cut up those score lines. I hope you guys had a really good Thanksgiving. My son came home from college, so that's always fun, although we didn't see very much of him. He wanted to meet up with all his friends who were also home from college, so, but that's fine. Drives back today. All right, so we're going to cut off those ends. We're going to cut this at an angle, but I hope you guys had a really good Thanksgiving. I meant to post more. I tried to get some blog posts done and post more over the break, but, you know, it just didn't happen. We were busy cooking and shopping, and we decorated all day yesterday for Christmas, so we're ready to go, but, you know, things just didn't happen. Okay, so we're cutting off those squares, and then we're going to angle these. These tabs are going to go inside, and nobody's going to see them, so if they get a little wonky like that one, don't worry about it. All right, and then just cut the tabs off of this one, little corners. That's going to make our box assemble much better. Okay, that is what your box should look like. All right, let me move all my trash out of the way, and then we will start assembling the box. All right, all that trash. Perfect. All right, I'm going to start with the little tabs here, and I'm going to use my Tombow liquid glue to glue everything. I love this for boxes. So I'm going to put glue on the outside tabs, and we are going to line up this score line right here with this cut edge. We're just going to go around and make our little box. Okay, let's just make sure that corner is nice and straight, and oops, I just pulled it apart. You gotta let liquid glue sit for a second. Try that again. Oh my goodness, both of them are falling apart now. It's because I'm trying to rush this. Take your time, get those in there. Okay, I'm gonna do the same on this side. Perfect, just some glue on these, and fold these up. All right, hold that for just a second. I'm really excited about our project for next week, so I hope you guys plan to join me next week. We're making a wonderful gift. If you guys are like, what do I get that person who has everything? I have a gift that you might want to give them. Okay, now to reinforce the sides, we're basically just going to fold these pieces in. So that's going to do two things. It's going to cover up our tabs so nobody's going to see them, but it's going to make our box like a double walled box, and it's going to make it much stronger than just one piece of cardstock. 2 pieces of cardstock is really going to make it much stronger. So I'm going to take my liquid glue, and we're just going to fold these over, And I'm gonna grab some clothespins and hold these down while we do this. We'll do the other side. Now, this goes together really easily when you trim off the corners. If you trim off the corners, you won't have to worry about any of the edges catching or anything like that. Everything just goes together super easy. Grab a bunch of clothespins here. Okay, I'm going to do the same on this side. We'll have to move these clothespins to fold this in, but that'll work. Stick those on. Get a couple more clothespins. I have a whole bunch of clothespins I just keep on my desk for projects like this. It just helps set that liquid glue. It just gives it that extra time to set up. Whoa, hello. There we go. A couple more just to hold everything in place. All right, and we're gonna set this aside to dry. And we're gonna come back to our belly band as well. So we're gonna just set all that aside. All right, let's talk about our decorations for our box. So cute, right? All right, so I have 3 pieces of DSP. These are gonna go on the outside of the box. So I have, they're all from that Reindeer Fun DSP too, or Reindeer Days DSP. The DSP, this piece is 4 3/4 by 2.5. This is going to go on the front. So this is what we're going to build up our scene on. And then I have 2 pieces for the front and the back for the sides. And these are 4 3/4 by 1. So I'm just going to set these aside. And let's work on building our little scene on this piece right here. Let's go ahead and start with our stamping. We want our little greeting. And I want to make sure that this ink dries before I start playing with it. Real Red and Cherry Cobbler always smear for me. So I like to give them plenty of drying time. So I'm going to stamp the greeting. We're going to trim this out. So I'm going to stamp it right against the edge. So we'll trim that out in just a minute. That's all the stamping on this. Now if you wanted to add, a different greeting or do more stamping, that's completely up to you. You could even stamp the little deer for inside the TV. That's all you. We're going to set this aside just to dry. All right, let's talk about the rest of our pieces. I've already die cut a bunch of them. So I have the TV, I have this die cut from early Espresso, and then the little TV pieces, like the little speakers or whatever you want to call those, and the little knobs. Maybe that's like the vent for these big TVs. I don't know what they're called. These are going to go in here, and these are die cut in basic black. Now, if you wanted to die cut these on adhesive sheets, that would save you a lot of time, and liquid glue you could just peel and stick. But you know me, I love my liquid glue. Well, what's more true is that I die cut them before I remember to add the adhesive sheets. So we're just going to add this, and then I'm going to add 2 little dots for the little knobs. One here and one here. I'm going to use my take your pick tool and just pick those up. We'll just set those down on those glue pieces. So utilize that take your pick tool. This thing is my absolute favorite, most used tool. And it's super affordable. So we have our little TV. We're going to let that glue set up for just a sec. And let's talk about our little tags. We have our die cut stars. These are die cut at a pool party. I have 3 of those. We'll set those aside. Now for our little tag, I have 2 bells, which are die cut out of the gold foil. And those are from the Reindeer Days dies. And we're going to tie a little bow onto the tag, and we're going to tie those bells on. So I'm going to use our gold twisted thread. This was released in our last online exclusive release. I love this thread. It's so thin and so fine, but getting them through the little hole in the bells is a little bit difficult, and this frays really easily. So I am going to pull out one of my daughter's floss threaders. This is for like braces. Well, I mean, I guess you could use this even if you don't have braces, but this is like to get into like between the braces. So it's just a little floss threader. You can get those at any store. We get them at Walmart. It's like $2, $3 for that. So I'm just going to put my, what is this called? The twisted thread through there. And then you're just going to like thread it like a needle, just like this. You're going to put the bells on, and they're going to go in without fraying that paper. The little like hook thing just kind of like bends and flexes. It's pretty fun. And then we're just going to put that through here. And let's see, I'll pull that off. We'll get those bells down there. I'm going to make this look way harder than it should be. Let me grab my scissors. So now everything is all threaded. Super easy. You didn't have to worry about, trying to get everything put down. Get through that thread needle. You guys understand. I'm not speaking clearly right now. All right. It's been a long time since I've stamped, guys. I told you we've had, you know, my son was home. We've had lots of Christmas decorating, so it's been a long time since I've actually been in my craft room. All right, so we're going to tie those little bells on. I'm just going to tie a nice big bow with that gold thread. And I want my tails to be nice and long. So I'm just going to trim these just a little bit. There we go. So cute right now. If you want to tack these down a little bit more just so they don't move, you can do that. So I'm actually just going to flip our little bells up, and I'm just going to put a little dot of glue behind each one, and that's just going to just keep them in place where you want them to be on your little tag, just like that. Super cute, right? All right. Now, I have another piece of DSP from that same Reindeer Days DSP, and I have a different pattern here. So on this one, I have the little deer with the string and the lights on the tree. This one, we're going to do the little snowman. I just cut like a hunk of this out, and then we're going to adhere this to our, to the back of our TV, and then we'll just trim off any extras. But isn't that cute, this little cute little scene? Now, I want to make sure that I'm not getting any of these outside pieces in it, so I want to just really kind of manipulate this around to make sure that we can get just that little scene in there. We don't have to worry about that. Now, this little TV scene, let me tell you guys where this came from. Where are my dimensionals? Hang on. I lost my dimensionals. This little television scene was, I saw this on Instagram by demonstrator Allison Okamitsu. She is from Canada. And this little TV scene was just the cutest thing I've ever seen. She did, I think she did even a different pattern of DSP in hers. But I thought, oh my gosh, that's adorable with all the Christmas movies we're all watching right now. It is just too cute. So now that we kind of have an idea where that's going to go, we're just going to kind of place this on. This is going to be a tight fit. Okay. So cute, right? All right, now anything that's hanging over, I'm just going to go around and trim off. Like that, so it's all hidden behind our television. There's our sweet little TV with our little Christmas movie playing. So cute. I just love it. So you can play with your DSP. I mean, if you have other DSP too, our Snowy Scenes DSP would be great for this. You have the little penguin and stuff. So whatever little scene you want to play out in your little movie is perfect. All right, now we're going to get this onto our tag. You can see like my DSP is barely hanging on those dimensionals, but that's okay because we're going to glue it onto our tag. So I'm going to put a little bit more glue, and I'm just going to stick to the right side of this because the other side's going to hang off just a little bit. And we're just going to stick this on. I'm going to do it kind of like at a wonky angle, and then we're going to stick this whole thing down to our DSP piece. And I'm not going to put any, I'm going to let these dimensionals stick to that DSP piece. So everything's going to be nice and adhered. So we're just going to stick this down just like that. Super cute, right? It's all coming together. All right, let's go back to our greeting. We're going to trim this up now. I'm going to cut this apart into 2 words. And I'm just doing, oops, hello. I'm just doing the height and the width of the words. So don't worry about making it perfect. You can do this on your paper trimmer if you don't want to grab your scissors, or if you don't trust yourself. I mean, if it's a little crooked, that's okay, guys. This is handmade. It's not a Hallmark. And whoever's getting this is getting some cake, so they're going to be okay with it. Don't worry. All right, some liquid glue. You can also use glue dots if you guys don't love the liquid glue. I love my liquid glue, so I use it all the time. I'm going to stick a little bit on there, and then I'm going to stick a little bit up here. I have a little bit of glue popping out there. So cute, right? It's coming together. Okay, let's add some of our stars around here. Just like this. And I'm actually going to put one of these on a dimensional so we can kind of pop it up. Oh, let's cut this dimensional in half. Okay. Stick this on here. Stick it like that. And then this one will stick on here. You can tuck it under a little bit, just like that. So cute, right? It is coming along. So cute. You guys will have to let me know. Do you like the little deer or the little deer and the snowman? I kind of covered up the deer with my greeting. I wonder if I can move over the Mary just a little bit. Let's see. What? I think I can. We'll have to put more glue. But we can move it over. I don't want to cover up my deer. There we go. Much better. Now we can see our little deer. So you guys will have to let me know. Do you like the little snowman or the snow deer? I guess it's like a snow deer. All right, let's go back to our belly band because our box should be all set up by now. So let me take all these clothespins off. Let's get out a little cake. Perfect. The little tag, I forgot to tell you guys, was from the Greetings of the Seasons tag, guys. I've used those a ton. You guys probably recognized it. But, man, those are such amazing tags. Don't miss out on those. Those are an online-only exclusive, so they're in the online-only store. Okay, now this is going to wrap around. The seam is going to meet at the bottom, and it's not going to overlap very much. I don't know, can you guys see? It is not overlapping much, maybe like 1/4 of an inch. So I am only going to add a thin amount of glue here. If you have some really thin tear and tape or a tape runner, that would be good too, but I'm just going to add a tiny bead of glue. We're just going to wrap this up, and those score lines are going to really make sure that this is the box is going to fit nice and snug in there. It's not going to, with those 1/16 of an inch score lines, guys, it's not going to slide out and get lost. That is why we scored it at a 1/16 of an inch, so that things fit perfectly. All right, let's get the rest of our DSP on. I have all of our pieces here, so let's do the front and the back. You can do this before you assemble your belly band. You can put these on, but why do things that way? Isn't this plaid pattern so cute from that DSP? So, oh, tear and tape. Stampin' Seal Plus is, you know, we have a love-hate relationship, me and Stampin' Seal Plus. You have to have the right pressure, or sometimes it tears your paper. But, you know, everything is fixable, so it still works perfect. All right, I'm going to pop up. No, I'm going to lay this flat. I was going to say I was going to pop it up on dimensionals, but we're going to lay it flat. All right, this goes right on the front, and then we're just going to finish this up with some little jewels, because why not? It's Christmas. We all need some extra sparkle. Isn't it adorable, though? I just love it. Oh, my gosh. So cute. All right, I have the, these are the Earth Tone Shimmer Gems. I've used a ton of these. They also come with, like, a Cajun Craze one, Copper Clay one. Maybe it's Pecan Pie. I'm not sure. I'm going to use the green ones, and I am going to, normally I use 3, but for this treat, because it's extra special, we're going to use 5 of these little dots. So I'm going to do 2 up here. Then I'm going to do another few down here by the greetings. I'm going to do 1 up here, 1 here. Whoops. It fell off my thing. There it goes. 1 here, and 1 down here like this. Perfect. Let me slide this out just to make sure that's nice and secure. All right, so that finishes it. That is it for week 10, guys. What do you think of our sweet little, Christmas tree cake box? I love it. It's so cute. And this little TV idea, the little vintage TV idea, I just absolutely love. So thank you to Allison for sharing that. I just love her idea. All right, guys, so next week, I told you guys I have a fantastic treat, or a fantastic gift for anybody that's still looking to give some Christmas gifts. So we are going to make this. It's huge. We're going to make this card caddy that you can stick lots of greeting cards into, and you can give this to anybody. Okay, so join me next week. We're going to make a giant card caddy. Mine has 8 cards in it, but I think you could even put more in there. So if you're having trouble coming up with something for that hard to shop for person, make sure to join me next week for week 11. And I'm going to show you that. Everybody loves getting cards. Everybody uses cards. So it's a great gift. So join me next week and we'll make that card caddy. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Have a great week. Make sure to check my blog and my Facebook pages. On Tuesday, December 3rd, lots of stuff is going to happen. We're going to have the retiring list from the holiday mini catalog launched on that day. New kits are being released that day, as well as some brand new DSPs that are coming out on that day too. So lots happening this Tuesday. I do have that ordering special for December going on too, and I'll have all the information on that on Tuesday. So thank you guys for joining me. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.